A 30-pound cat fell and froze. The owners were terrified. A massive 30-pound cat took a sudden fall, landing with a thud before lying eerily still. Panic gripped the owners as they rushed to his side, fearing the worst. What happened next left them completely stunned. Was it too late to save him? The sudden ring of my phone shattered the quiet of my afternoon. It was Victoria, her voice shaking with panic. He fell, Waldo. He fell from the balcony, and he's not moving. My heart clenched. Waldo, their hefty ginger cat, wasn't just a pet, he was family. I knew how much Victoria and Terry adored him, and the fear in her voice told me this was serious. I rushed over to find Victoria and Terry crouched beside Waldo, his massive body motionless on the grass. Victoria sobbed uncontrollably while Terry stood frozen, his face pale with fear. He landed on his side, Victoria choked out. He hasn't moved in 30 minutes. I don't know what to do. Waldo's breathing was faint, barely noticeable, and his usually bright, curious eyes were dull and unfocused. The sight was heartbreaking, a beloved life hanging in the balance. We need to get him to the vet immediately, I said, my voice steady despite the fear twisting in my gut. Terry scooped up Waldo and rushed to the car while Victoria, still sobbing, clung to me. The ride felt endless, every second stretching in unbearable silence. I tried to comfort Victoria, reminding her that cats are remarkably resilient, but even I wasn't sure if Waldo would pull through. But deep down, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. At the vet's, the room fell silent as the doctor examined Waldo. His expression was grim. He's in shock, he said. We need to run some tests. Hours stretched into an eternity. The silence in the waiting room was filled with the spoken fear of Victoria and Terry. Every moment felt like a lifetime. Finally, the doctor reappeared. He's going to be okay, he announced, his voice tinged with relief. He's in a deep sleep, but he's stable. It seems he was simply scared and went into a state of shock. A wave of relief washed over us. Victoria burst into tears, this time tears of joy. Terry squeezed Victoria's hand, his face mirroring the same overwhelming relief. The doctor reassured them. He'll need some time to recover, but he'll be back to his old self soon. That night, as we sat with Waldo at home, his breathing steady and his eyes gradually regaining their familiar spark, Victoria finally opened up, ready to share the story behind her beloved cat's quirks. Waldo had been like this since he was a kitten, falling asleep anytime, anywhere, and lying motionless for hours like a furry little log. He'd even doze off mid-meal, forcing us to gently move him to his bed. It was the quirkiest habit, and now the vet's diagnosis made perfect sense. Despite his impressive size, Waldo had always been a lovable goofball, prone to dramatic naps and the most unexpected antics. The fall hadn't seriously injured him. It had simply triggered his odd but concerning habit of dozing off in the most unexpected places. Waldo wasn't frozen, he was just sleeping. As he finally stirred, we watched in disbelief as he stretched, let out a lazy yawn, and rubbed his head affectionately against Terry's leg, completely unfazed. What an incredible story. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. See you in the next video.